Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be taking a look at DLC1 for Call of Duty Black Ops 4. Well, I should say this is what we believe to be DLC1 for Call of Duty Black Ops 4 until we get an official reveal from Treyarch or Activision. Nothing is officially confirmed, but I'm sure after seeing all these leaks, you guys are going to agree that we're looking at DLC1. So first things first, we got a new teaser yesterday over on the official Call of Duty Twitter. It's a radar tracker that's coming from Array, which I think is a really nice touch, but as you guys can see here, there's a ping out in the ocean, right next to that useless area between Nuketown and the construction site. Even during the beta, I assumed this area would eventually be updated, because right now there's this really nice path that leads up to it, but once you get there, there's nothing there besides a couple of benches and occasionally a loot box. It seems like the ideal location to add something new to the map, and it looks like Hijacked is going to be set just off the coast of this cliff here, which in theory should also add some more traffic to the beach area between Nuketown and the construction site. Treyarch did say in their patch notes for the recent update that big changes would be coming to Blackout next week, so it's all but confirmed that Hijacked is going to be coming to the game very soon. Speaking of the recent update, if you guys haven't heard, a new Zombies map as well as new Zombies characters were leaked as a result of that update. Treyarch was quick to fix this, so it doesn't actually work anymore, but basically right after the update went live, if you were to inspect your recent players while playing Zombies, new characters would occasionally appear in the place of the current characters. On your screen right now are going to be all 4 of the new characters, which are obviously going to be tied to a new map, and earlier today, this image appeared over on the COD Zombies subreddit. The DLC1 map is apparently going to be called Night of the Dead, which might be a placeholder name considering how close it is to Noctur Untoten, which translates to Night of the Undead, but regardless, Reddit user Royfall gave us a rough translation of the map description. England, 1912, associates of the relic hunter Alistair Rhodes, including a pseudo-seer, a show cowboy, a retired general, and his loyal butler, are invited to participate in a grand ball, but no one suspects the horror that awaits them. So it's looking like this new Night of the Dead map is going to be coming to the game next week along with the Hijacked update. Keep in mind, in the patch notes, Treyarch said big changes are also coming to Zombies next week as well, so this sure does sound like DLC 1 if you ask me, but interestingly enough, we have not heard anything about the multiplayer side of things. We know about the Hijacked expansion, we know about the new Zombies map, but as of right now, we have no leads on what they have planned for multiplayer. We do know that the Black Ops Pass offers 12 multiplayer maps and 4 Zombies maps, so simple math suggests that there will be 4 total DLC drops with each one containing 3 multiplayer maps and 1 Zombies map, but as of right now, we really have no idea. When it comes to Blackout content, all of it appears to be free for everybody, though of course, PlayStation users typically get access to new content 1 week before Xbox and PC fans, so I suppose we are going to just have to wait and see how things are going to play out. It was also revealed over on the official PlayStation Twitter today that a new EMP grenade or possibly a new specialist are also going to be coming to the game probably next week. We do know for a fact that the 11th specialist is coming to the game this month, but like most DLC, it's probably going to be coming to the PlayStation 4 first, which kind of makes sense why this was revealed over on the PlayStation Twitter as compared to the Call of Duty Twitter, and this teaser may actually be our first look at that specialist, so once again, we really have no idea. I've actually seen a lot of people requesting that EMP grenades make a return to Black Ops 4, and it makes a lot of sense for something as strong as an EMP grenade to be a specialist ability, right? Sort of similar to how Ajax has access to a super strong flashbang and Battery has access to a super strong Semtex grenade. It would make sense for an EMP grenade to be a specialist ability, but of course, ladies and gentlemen, we really have no freaking idea. It's also possible that this will just be a new EMP grenade that's going to be added to the equipment of Black Ops 4, and it's also possible that maybe this is going to be a new drop that is going to be added to Blackout, but given the size and the scope of everything that's been teased so far for next week's update, my money is this is going to be a brand new specialist, though once again, I'll keep you guys posted with more details as they become available. It's also worth reminding everybody that the clock is ticking on Operation First Strike for the PlayStation 4, so a new Battle Pass is also likely going to be coming next week, which could mean the addition of of DLC weapons, but once again, we really have no idea. But that pretty much does it, ladies and gentlemen, for all the Black Ops 4 news. So let's go ahead and transition over to some Call of Duty World War II news, which is really weird to say. I haven't said World War II in a very long time, but Sledgehammer Games has announced that Winter Siege is back for Call of Duty World War II. This means that the Double XP Winter Quarantine playlist is back, though unfortunately, the headquarters was not updated to be snowy like it was last year. And I have to wonder, why is that, right? Because they made an official blog post and everything talking about Winter Siege returning, but they specifically said in that blog post that the headquarters was not going to be snowy this time around, which really doesn't make a lot of sense to me. But either way, this also means that the Winter Siege weapons are once again available at the Quartermaster. The Gewehr 43, the GPMG, the Sten, and the melee weapons can now be unlocked once again, so be sure to take advantage of that while you can. And of course, as always, all of their respective costs are on your screen right now. Now, going back to Sledgehammer's blog post here just for a second, they said that, and I quote, "Winter Siege 2018 is another chance for us to provide players with more Call of Duty World War II content, with plans for much more on the horizon." I have to wonder, what do they mean by that? It's possible they just mean that events like Winter Siege and Shamrock and Awe and Days of Summer will eventually come back when it's time appropriate, which will then reopen their collections, but it could also mean that new content could be added to Call of Duty World War II in the near future. We of course saw this last year with Black Ops 3 getting lots of updates leading up until the launch of Black Ops 4, so I suppose time will tell, ladies and gentlemen, but according to the monthly leaderboards for the Xbox anyway, 350,000 people have signed into World War II on the Xbox so far this month, and typically, PS4 has roughly 70 to 100% more players than Xbox, so it's entirely possible that maybe 1 million players are still playing on Call of Duty World War II, and Activision has said time and time again that they will bring updates to the games that people are actually playing. So once again, it's possible that new content is going to be coming to this game, but as always, I will keep you guys posted with more details as they become available. But I don't know about you guys, I'm more excited about the Black Ops 4 updates. Next week looks like it's going to be absolutely freaking huge. New zombies map, new zombies characters, a new Blackout update that's going to be adding Hijacked to the ocean, potentially a brand new specialist, or at the very least, a new EMP grenade update of some sort, and of course, the Battle Pass is going to reset on the PlayStation 4, which may or may not add new weapons to the game. We really have no idea, but man, this update looks like it's going to be freaking huge. And with them doing this new Black Ops Pass system, this could actually be sort of similar to how Infinity Ward / Sledgehammer handled things back in Modern Warfare 3. If you guys recall, that game had a very different DLC system than what we saw before or after it. They had what they called content collections, and in those collections, they would focus on different kinds of DLC as each new map pack came out. So the first map pack, if I recall correctly, was all about multiplayer maps, but the second one was about multiplayer, face-off, and spec ops missions. The third one was more about face-off maps and spec op missions, and the fourth one, if I recall correctly, was all about multiplayer maps. So basically, every time a new map pack came out, you really had no idea what content you were going to be getting, and I think the same thing may be happening here in Black Ops 4 as well, because the Black Ops Pass is this all-or-nothing season pass where we don't know when we're getting the content or what that content is really going to be, aside, once again, from the 12 multiplayer maps and the 4 zombies maps. So we really have no idea, guys. It's definitely a very interesting time in the Call of Duty franchise, and I would love to hear down there in the comments, what do you make of all this? Do you think that we're getting DLC1 next week, and do you think it's possible that they are going to go back to that old Modern Warfare 3 style of DLC, where we really have no idea what we're getting every time a new DLC update goes live? Because I really think that could happen. I really do think that next week's update could really just give us Hijacked and Blackout, a new zombies map for zombies, and then a new specialist in multiplayer, without giving us the traditional new multiplayer maps, which is something lots of people really want. One of the biggest complaints, and I'm somebody who's on YouTube, I'm on Reddit all the time, I'm on Twitter all the time, right? I hear everything the COD community has to say most of the time, and the biggest complaint right now is fans want original content added to Black Ops 4. People like me like revamped content. I love the fact that old school Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 maps are in this game, but even I can say there is a lot of revamped content here in Black Ops 4, and at this point, it's probably too much. It's time for new original content to be added to the game, and can you imagine if this new specialist does turn out to be Spectre, which lots of people speculate it's going to be Spectre, but what if the 11th specialist is going to be another revamp from Black Ops 3? I really don't see that going over very well, so I really do hope that new original content is going to be coming to Black Ops 4 in the near future, and next week would be a perfect time to do that, but as of right now, we have no idea if new multiplayer maps are going to be added to the game. If you want my opinion, opinion, I don't think it's very likely. And the reason why I say it's not very likely is because last week, when the new map revamps came out, we knew about that ahead of time, right? Like 3 days ahead of time or something like that. I made a video showing you guys that the maps were in the game files. And in fact, the person that showed me that was able to get me footage of the map by pulling it from the game files. We don't have that right now for next week's update. Now, that could change with another patch later this week, but as of right now, we have no idea if new multiplayer maps are also going to be added to the game next week. But as always, I will keep you guys posted with more details as they become available. But until then, I hope you guys will enjoy this video. Leave your thoughts and feedback down there in the comments. Thank you all so much for listening, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.